Lie as a weapon of control. The master walked along the dirt path with the sun, beginning to dye the sky with warm tones, announcing the end of the day. The gentle breeze stirred the leaves of the trees around him, and his figure seemed to blend into the landscape, emanating a deep calm. Not far away, a man waited anxiously on his face. His eyes were troubled and faint despair. When the master approached, the man bowed deeply, as if that gesture could express the respect he felt for him. Teacher said, his voice loaded with an invisible weight, "I have waited for you because I need to understand something that torments me by lies. Its effects on my life have caused me unbearable pain. People I trusted have used false words, and I feel like something in me has been broken. What do you think of lying? Why does it hurt so much in the one who receives it?" The teacher watched him patiently, noticing the weariness reflected in his eyes. He lingered for a moment, letting the man feel the weight of his words. Then, in a soft voice, he began to speak, "Son, a lie is a force that acts like a shadow, a kind of darkness that sneaks into the soul of the one who listens to it, and into the spirit of the one who pronounces it. The lie, when it is received, disturbs our peace, because it contradicts something very essential within us, the desire to be in contact with the truth, the human soul. Although he sometimes tries to convince himself otherwise, he always longs for the truth, because only in the truth does he find rest." He paused and looked at the man tenderly, as if I could see in his heart the suffering he carried. But the lie not only harms the one who receives it, here also the one who emits it. The one who lies disconnects himself from the essence of his own being, like a tree that detaches itself from its roots. By deceiving, you move away from your own nature, because the soul was made to be authentic, not to disguise or hide. And every lie is like a thread that weaves a web of illusions. A web that over time even catches the liar himself, leaving him confused, without knowing who he really is. Advanced in silence, as if the teacher's words were beginning to touch something deep inside him. But Master asked in a tone of timid hope, "If the lie destroys like this, is there then no salvation? Who did you lie to? It's impossible to repair the damage done." The teacher, with an expression of wisdom and compassion, said, "Nothing is impossible for those who want to change from the heart. Truth is as powerful as life itself. Just as lies corrupt, truth can restore. To mend the damage of a lie, repentance must be sincere, and the desire for reconciliation deep. Those who lie and seek redemption must be willing to deviate from the path, face the consequences, and take responsibility for their action." The man pondered this. His gaze was lost on the horizon, as if he were understanding for the first time something that had gone unnoticed by him. "What if the truth hurts too, Master?" he asked, a little timid. "Sometimes I think lying hurts less than facing a hard truth that I might prefer not to hear." The Master ascended, recognizing the difficulty of this reflection. "True, my son, truth in its crudeness can be painful. However, the pain that the truth brings is a clean pain, a pain that releases the truth. It is like a scalpel that, although it cuts, heals. We face what we need to see to grow, to heal, and to live in integrity. Lying, on the other hand, is an illusory consolation. It creates a bubble that always bursts in the end, leaving confusion and emptiness in its wake." The man looked at him, absorbing every word. Something about him was beginning to shift, as if the pieces of an internal puzzle were beginning to fit together. "So, Master, how can I protect myself from lying?" he asked softly. "If lies are everywhere, if even the people I love can deceive me, how can I avoid getting hurt?" The Master extends his hand towards a small flower on the side of the road and observes it for a moment, as if that simple flower holds a deep mystery. full of imperfection, and lying is part of it, he replied. We can't stop others from lying to us, but we can strengthen our spirit to recognize the truth when we have it in front of us. Practice discernment. Always listen carefully and learn to distinguish the echo of truth in the words of others. And above all, you stay in the truth. Self-honesty is like a lamp that illuminates not only our path, but that of those around us. When you live in the truth, you become resistant to the shadow of lies. The man, moved, felt a peace that he had not experienced in a long time. The presence of the teacher, his words and serenity seemed to have given him renewed clarity. Thank you, Master, he said finally. Today I understand that the truth, although sometimes difficult to face, is the only way to live in freedom and peace. The teacher, smiling, placed a hand on the man's shoulder and uttered one last sentence. Soft, but full of purpose. Always remember, my son, the one who walks in the truth. He is not afraid of shadows, because his soul has already learned to see in the dark. And with that last teaching, the master continued his path, while the man remained on the path, watching as his figure faded into the distance, feeling within him the light of a truth that, like a flame, would never be extinguished by life. It's a trip full of surprises, where each day brings with it a lesson, an opportunity, or a challenge. We often run after dream goals that we believe are far away, without stopping to think about the value of the present moment. I am the master of the way, and I invite you to be part of this group. Together we will break the chain of custom, the one that has been binding us for millennia. Today, you have the opportunity to discover secrets never revealed before. Come on, I like it if you like my videos.